So it has been a while, a very long time, since we brought back Project Hospital. The last hospital did not go very successfully as the way I wanted it to, so we're back. Hey guys, it's nice to see you again. Welcome back to Project Hospital, a realistic hospital simulator. We're gonna have to work to build and run a successful hospital, from dealing with emergency and minor injuries all the way to intensive care units and infectious diseases. It's been a while since we played the game, and I remember you guys loved this series so much, so I'm happy to bring it back. Let's get straight into it. So here we are at our massive empty field. What's going to be happening is we are going to start off as a basic emergency clinic. We're just going to be dealing with very minor things, and I hope I can make this hospital a little more successful than my last one. Yeah. Anyway, so we got a lot of work to do. Let's get straight into it. So I am going to start by expanding the parking lot. We will not be using this thing immediately, but I feel like it should be set up so in the future when we are ready for that, we can get that all taken care of. There, we start off with a very basic parking lot, but we're gonna build a very minor hospital. This is gonna be basically your standard clinic, one you would find here in America. So I was thinking what we could do is we have this little entryway, and then here is where you like actually get into the clinic area. So right around here will obviously be our main reception area. So we are gonna need a bathroom. So the bathroom is very easy to take care of. I do wish, I don't know if I can. I think all bathrooms are unisex, so that's no problem. Yeah, standard doctor's office needs to be a 4x4. We might make it a little larger. We'll see. We might keep them relatively small because there is not really a reason needed for big doctor's offices, at least not in this kind of building. We can easily put like a small bathroom right there, just so people can have somewhere to go and get that taken care of. Now, I do want to get x-rays. I think x-rays are very important, because that's a minor thing that people are going to need for a basic hospital. So we are going to build one of those. What do we need exactly for the x-ray? So bathrooms are shared, so don't worry about that. Common room, good. It's obviously we're going to need our own cleaning closet, which is fine. I can make that happen. And we also need a waiting room, an x-ray room. Okay, no biggie. I can do that. So the x-ray room needs a 5x5 room. I think this room's actually perfect. Yeah, look, perfect size. Would you look at that? I'm smart. I think for the common room, we could easily add a like tiny bathroom off to the side. Like, I think we'll put it probably right there. And the good news is we can, let's see here. I think what we can easily do is we could put a closet there. Like, we'll put a janitor's closet like right here. Like, this will be a full janitor's closet, but the thing is the room will be separated, so half of it's for each kind of department. I feel like that's going to make this a lot easier to figure out. And we're going to leave the other two rooms unused. Like, what we're going to do is going to be like these rooms can be used for anything. I think that's very good. Very good start to a minor clinic. Now we just got to make this place look fancy. I do want to see if maybe we could put some plants down, kind of freshen up the outside, because this is a hospital, not a prison, unlike colleges. First off, no more sterile walls. We're going to make it look a little more nice in here. This hallway is probably the only place that's not gonna have a lot, because it is a hallway. There's not really anything important that needs to be out here. It's more just kind of there in reality. There we go. A nice little waiting area. Pretty simple, nothing crazy. Now we can go ahead and get this information desk figured out. There, easily hook that up, so now we have a proper reception area. Alright, so for the doctor's offices, obviously we're gonna need some actual examination tables, getting information. Probably should keep them out of the way of the windows. I don't think patients would like that. This little roller cart is kind of where I imagine in reality doctors, because all the hospitals I've been to, every doctor has a roller cart, and that's kind of where they put their laptop to like talk about everything. Like, how are you feeling? How's it going? Are you doing any better? Like, things like that. There we go, 2 standard doctor's offices. I thought this made the most sense. We can obviously add a little more to make them look perfect, but that's what I get from a standard doctor's office in real life. So the x-ray area is a little different. It's nothing crazy. It's just that doctors can't be in the room when the machine is operating. So there is a certain way we have to go about it to get it to work function. Well, they could, but you shouldn't. Like, that's what I'm trying to say. Then we're going to want a warning X-ray, meaning don't come into this room. This is for patients who need an X-ray. There we go. That's all hooked up. So now we actually make the room. So what we're going to need is we need the actual X-ray machine itself. We'll put a privacy curtain. Doubt you'll need it. You're probably not. You shouldn't. I'm going to be honest. You shouldn't be naked when you're using this device. Usually you're able to just be clothed and be fine. And at least that's why I went for my X-ray. Knowing my mom, who is a nurse, she's probably going to autocorrect me at some point. Pretty simple. No crazy design on the walls. Obviously windows. We're going to install those. Now, I do want to install, if I could, I'd like to install a locker room / bathroom back here because, again, oh, I never got the janitor's closets. There, we could put like a little bathroom right there. Makes everything easy. I just want to make sure our doctors have like their own bathroom. Here we go, the locker room. We got a little kitchenette, nothing crazy. We can get a small dining table. There we go. The staff room should be in action now. So now we just need 2 janitor's closets. I just don't understand how the janitors are like the only staff member type that's not linked. Like you don't have multiple staff rooms, like multiple janitors. All right, so let's get our people hired. Well, this person has clean feet, but I need people with more diagnosis. Early bird, but as a commuter. Night owl. Well, you're an early bird, so that makes you actually a pretty good doctor. There we go. We're gonna go ahead and hire another doctor. Let's be ready. You are a fast metabolism and clean feet. That's fine. That'll work. We need a good receptionist. Well, this person's a hard worker. Ooh, you have good skills. We need a janitor. You're an early bird. That's great. She is fast. This person's slow. This person's immune. Slowly decrease. Rest levels decrease slower. You're hired. And lastly, we need someone to work in radiology. This person is a fresh parent. This person's an early bird. Welcome to the team. Alright, let's begin my hospital. Here we go, guys. We got our hospital fully functional now. And we do have an extra room for anything we might need. Where are my janitors going? You just started your shift. Where do you think you're going? Employed for a singular day. Yeah, they're employed during a day shift. Where are you going? They just left. I don't have janitors now. On the right side, though, we have our patients. And good thing I installed the X-ray clinic because we already got our first patient having a limp. So that's going to be a whole thing. So our first patients are Paul Martinez, a office clerk. And then we have Linda Davis, a factory worker. Okay, let me go check on these insurance. Because it says we can get our insurance. Okay, I was about to say, they only got 2 symptoms out of 3. And the doctor says it's contact dermatitis. So that's good that we know that. So something I've learned, I have played the campaign, is that patients, even though, like, we know everything. We know what's causing them to get sick. The issue is they could have underlying symptoms that could cause issues. For example, a patient could be experiencing palpitations. And if we don't know that, they could die because we don't know that their heart is having an incorrect rhythm. So it's important that we make sure about that. So that's why I'm making sure we get all those symptoms. Like, for example, we found out her eyes are having problems. They're very itchy, rashes on the neck. So dermatitis sounds like it's just a skin irritation from an allergen. Good, we treated our first patient. Okay, now we need to get medical laboratories, which it'll take a minute before we do that. Ooh, this person has athlete's foot. I know how that feels. You know, it'd be a smart idea. I've been thinking about this. Maybe I should build an extension pharmacy. It's not part of the main building, but there's a pharmacy extension onto the building. I feel like that'd be a smart idea. That way we can make sure patients are also administered through here. Because look, if we can get patients to be more healthy, if we can get them easy access to everything, we should do that. It's mostly for staff, but I think patients I would also completely allow to use it. So this over here, I want to be our pharmacy. This is just standard corridor. All right, so we're gonna stick the drug cabinets back here. This will be kind of our little area. There we go. I think this is a very smart idea. That way we don't have to waste money on sending patients somewhere else to go get their prescriptions. Then we're gonna need just a basic pharmacist. I need someone who's good at pharmacy. We got a night owl. Find new candidates. Character editor. Can I make my own? We're gonna make my own. I'm sorry, I have to do it because I love this. How young? Can I put him at 1 year old? Oh, I want to see if it can make me put him at 1 year old. We'll make it appropriate age then. There. I work in my own little hospital area. I love that. Now I manage the pharmacy. That's awesome. Oh, good. We got our first... we got uninsured patients now. Okay, we'll take them. So we need to treat 10 patients, open to medical laboratories. The medical laboratories may take a hot minute before we get those fully open, because this is a small clinic. We're not dealing with the big boys yet. I just realized a sign above this area, above the little, like, drop-off, where you can pick up your prescription, was backwards. So that means people would come in and not know what the heck this sign says. Oh, good. We figured out Paul here has an ankle contusion. Good. That was important that we got that identified before we caused any problems. And we're processing patients at a good rate. Patients are getting their prescription, then they're immediately heading straight over to the pharmacy to see if they can get their prescription. Simmerson is kind of like the fake name I put for, like, simming games. And this is a hospital simulation, so it really makes sense. Oh, it's starting to rain in game. Hopefully our patients will be just fine. Alright, what do we got with this guy? Do a chest ray. Do an x-ray of the chest. I'd say if we can't figure out what's wrong with him, he should get an x-ray, because clearly he's having some sort of contusion or injury, so it's important that we get him diagnosed. There we go, we found it. He does have a contusion. It's been identified. Alright, what did we find out about you? You do have a chest contusion. Great! Great, now we can treat it. Okay, we don't know if she has influenza B or influenza A. The only issue with that is... the problem is we need medical laboratories to figure out more about that, but go ahead and take her temperature and see if maybe we can get some more information. Casey over here, again, we're having some issues. Do a nasal check. Check his ears, check his nose, check his temperature. Got a government grant. Good. The more money we get from the government, the more we can start making our things. So I do want to make sure we develop an emergency room. I also know that we need medical laboratories, so we're definitely going to be getting those soon. Oh, this guy's limping. That means he has a bone injury. Send him in for a chest x-ray. Or actually a lower limb, he needs to get his leg x-rayed. Okay, so medical laboratories. Let's figure this out. So obviously the clinic, we're not open during night hours. That's not happening. At least not right now. So for medical laboratories, I'll do some research into that. Okay, only one patient couldn't get treated today. Let's check our data. Okay, the only reason why we don't have a lot of profit is because of the sole factor that, well, one, we didn't treat a lot of patients, but two, a lot of our finances went into building, so it's pretty obvious that's not going to be very good. Thank you guys for watching. Please like this video so more people can see it, and subscribe to my channel if you are new. I know you guys like Project Hospital, so I'm so happy to be bringing it back, and, well, playing it in a better way, since my last hospital did not look that great, and we're actually starting off small this time and working our way up. If you want to follow up with more content by me, I do stream every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where we have a lot of fun with different games both on YouTube and Twitch. As long as you're subscribed or followed to one, you'll get the information. Please let me know, we are trying to reach 500 subscribers by the end of the year, so if you could help me out, hit that subscribe button. It is completely free, helps me out a lot, and you will get notified about my content when it officially comes out on your subscriptions feed. Go an extra mile and hit the bell too. Makes it a lot easier for all of us. If you want other content by me, or my other channel, Ghaston, where I do solely simming. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you again soon. Bye!